One of the biggest mistakes I see home care agencies making today is in their marketing is relying way too much on stock photography. You know the ones that it's a smiling caregiver helping a senior drink some tea, both of them in perfect lighting, looking like models out of a magazine. It looks professional, it looks slick, that's true, but it's not personal, and it doesn't tell your story. And in home care, the story that you tell matters more than anything. Because families aren't just buying some service, they're inviting you into their home, into their daily life, and into their parents' world. There has to be some trust, and they need to trust you. And trust doesn't come from a perfect stranger in stock images. It comes from something real. It comes from authenticity. That's why real photos, pictures of your team, your care staff, your caregivers, your RN, your all of your folks, your clients, your day to day is so important. It's more powerful than anything that you will ever download online. Let's be honest. When a family is choosing an agency, what do they want to know? They want to know who's going to show up at their door. Are they kind? Are they warm? Can I see my loved one feeling safe with them when I'm not at home? Real photos, real videos can answer all of those questions before they even read a single word on your website. I've worked with agencies who made that change. They started posting real photos, real videos of their team, their staff, their meetings, their training facility, interacting with clients, a caregiver walking to the client's mailbox, celebrating a special 100th birthday, birthdays at the office, maybe a video of your caregiver of the month. And guess what? Engagement on their social media just immediately shot up. Website conversions improved. Phone calls were increased. And why is that? It's because people connect with what's real. You know, they want to feel something. And when they see your people, when they see your team, when they see your kindness, when they see that you're present with them, they can feel that. And you might be saying to yourself, Kevin, I'm not a videographer. I'm not a photographer. I don't have the skill set. Listen, you don't have to be Ansel Adams to get the perfect photo. You don't have to. The only thing you need today is a good smartphone, which you already have, and some natural light. Take some candid shots. Keep it honest. Keep it kind. Ask your caregivers for their permission, number one. And always, absolutely always get written consent from your clients if you're going to show their faces. But even without faces, you can paint a story. Imagine this. A photo of hands helping tie a pair of shoes. A walk down the hall. Backs of both of them, you can't see a face. A gentle smile from the side. These are the kind of warm stories that words can never, what's the old adage? A picture is worth 1,000 words. And I'm going to say in home care, it's 1,000,000,000. It means even more, right? It is so important to paint your story, to have that empathy exude from your images, because that is what's going to capture business. On your social media, especially Instagram and Facebook, real photos will outperform any stock images by 10 times, probably more. And why? Because stock's forgettable. For real, it's unforgettable. How many times have you seen an image of a Whopper or a Big Mac and it's glistening? When's the last time you've been to Burger King? You open up that cardboard box and you're like, what the heck is this? But when you show a real photo of a real caregiver, that's something that it's not something that's can be easily replicated in stock photography. It's two-staged, and any client, any future client, is going to absolutely sniff that out right away. And for those agencies out there that are thinking, I'm going to use AI, I'm going to tell you right now, if you start making AI images of your care staff and clients, that's not going to work out for you. I truly believe that this is probably one of the last industries that AI bottlenecks at. You can use AI for a lot of different things in your marketing, but photos and those kind of images and videos, it has to be real, right? Because this is your brand identity. The beauty of this is this. If you're in a franchise, if you're an individual home care agency, it doesn't matter. Even if you are in a franchise, your agency is different from your fellow franchisee because it's your story. What made you open up this home care agency? Your caregiver is not at the agency down the street or at your fellow franchisee's agency across town. They're specific to you. You're building your own network, your own brand identity to let people know who you really are. Let people start to recognize you and your team, your energy, your vibe, your kindness. And suddenly, guess what? You're not just a home care agency or just another home care agency. You're the one that they remember. So don't hide your heart behind a fake smile. Let your caregivers, your real work, shine. Post them on your website, in your emails, your Google profile, your brochures, because here's the truth. Home care is heart work. Heart. And your team is the heart. Let the world see that. So the next time you think about using stock photography, pause, pick up your phone, capture a real moment. Because real is what makes them choose you. And real is what they're going to remember. And that's what we want. What you do is so important. Capture it. Capture these moments. And I'm going to tell you a real quick side story. I had a client that, this is when I knew photography was super, super important. We had a client who was end of life. And I took a photo of this person. And I had it in my B-reel. And I thought, I'm just going to hang on to this. It wasn't out there for public consumption. And this client had passed away. And I ran into a family member about a year or so after this person had passed away. And I said, I have something for you. And I gave that family member a photo of his mother-in-law. And he just went silent. His daughter was in tears. And why? Because here's the thing. In home care, a lot of things that one of the things you're going to see is that a lot of families stop taking real photos of their loved ones when they're sick, when they're in hospice, when they're near end of life, because it's depressing. Let's be 100, right? And I had that photo, and I was able to give them that gift because she was smiling up at me. I was dressed up as Santa Claus. And it's a picture that would have just gone off into the ether. Nobody would have ever seen it. And this family now has that photo for a memory. And when you have those photos, when you start building up your own database of photos, imagine, a client passing away and having the ability to make a little montage to give off to a family that has just lost a loved one. Give it time, of course, obviously. But it was so well received because they said to me, they go, Kev, we honestly stopped taking photos of Mom because of the fact that it was just, we didn't like to see her like that. But in that moment, she had such a glow to her. It was Christmas time. She's smiling. She was nonverbal, but you could see through her eyes like how happy she was. I get choked up even thinking about it. So again, please, if you are opening up a home care agency, or you have a home care agency, start taking real photos of you and your staff, your clients. Again, getting a good photo release, and really set yourself apart, because your photos, your story separate you from every other home care agency out there, because it's your story and you can tell it through photos. So that's it. Again, my name's Kevin. I'm the owner of ElderNetHub.com. I just came out with a book called Swipe Right on Care. I've got more ideas, marketing ideas for your home care agency if you're looking to market and grow. Check it out. It's available on Amazon and Kindle. And again, thank you for what you do for your community. Thank you for helping folks stay at home with aging and with dignity and grace. What you do is so, so important. And home care is my passion. And if you need help, please reach out to me anytime.